Hey everyone, my name is Joel with Dissecting DIY, and today I wanted to go over radon. Now, surprisingly, a lot of people still don't know about radon, and I didn't know about it until I became a homeowner. Now, radon is a gas, it's a radioactive gas that comes from the decay of uranium or radium. Now, this gas gets into the home and it can damage the lining of your lungs, and actually it is the second leading cause of lung cancer. So with radon, you want to be able to find out what the initial amount of it is in your home. If it is high, anything above 4, they're going to recommend mitigation. And mitigation is a pretty simple process. It's fairly cheap, but you're going to put in what is called a radon mitigation system. This is the system that you see behind me, and we'll go outside and just take a look at the full system. But they essentially cut a hole into the foundation, seal it, run a PVC pipe up and outside the home. They drill a hole and monitor it with this device here. Of course, if the level was too low, that means you would not be getting the proper suction. And if it was too high, there would be something wrong. In any case, it would be out. Someone would be out for service. You can hear the airflow right there. And then, of course, it goes back to about 3.5. So let's head outside and take a look at the rest of the system. All right, everyone. So right now we're outside the home where we can see the rest of the radon mitigation system. Now they cut a hole right here and attach it to a fan. As you can see, there's a shutoff right here. And then the fan system, which if you look up, goes up and above the roof line to get that gas away from the home. As you can see, they're really straightforward. There's not a whole lot to them. If you live in colder climates, sometimes these can get icy, frozen up, and the fan blades can break. You just have someone come out for service, and that happens when there's a lot of moisture in and around the foundation. I haven't had any problems in the 3 years that I've had it, but again, these are really important to have, especially if you have high radon in your home. And this is the rest of the radon mitigation system. All right, so now that we've gone over what a radon mitigation system is, the next steps will be to identify, how is radon getting into my home? Radon gets into your home more easily than not if there's some factors such as an open sump pit. You want to close those to slow the flow of that gas into your home. Any cracks in the foundation floor, and just in older homes in general, especially with older French drain systems that haven't accounted for radon. Now, what it comes down to is there's going to be a couple ways to find this. You can get the vials, which, excuse me, if you're buying or selling, they're going to require those vials. They have to be so many inches apart. You can't go in and out of the room, and it can be really annoying. Now, once that's done and the tests are back of whether or not you have high radon, and you have, let's say you have to have a radon mitigation system put in, well, now one of the things is they recommend is that you retest. So there's a couple ways to do that. Is, you can retest every couple of years, send it out, and then pay the fee, or you can pay a one-time fee and get radon detectors. Now, this is a non-smart detector. You hook it up to your wall, and this just plugs in, and it is going to find the concentration over the short term and over the long term. You typically, if you want an instant read, you go over the short term. The longer term read, which is in the L here, and then the S is the short term. The longer reading is going to be the better reading. But if you want an initial read, the short read is available on this detector. This is not available on smartphones. So this is just like any other, like smoke detector. You put it in, you have to go and check on it to get your readings. Another product is from Airthings. This is a smart radon detector, which goes to your smartphone. And this does a lot. What this does, there's a couple more features like monitoring humidity and the temp. I think that's great if you have a finished space in the basement. And if you have a finished space, any type of air sealing that's been done in a basement, you're going to want to maintain the air quality, and this is a good step in that. Now, this is just like this one where it's going to be wall mounted. You're not going to put it on the ceiling. At least I wouldn't recommend it. It installs pretty easy, and this is the device, and we will go over the install in a little bit. Okay, so getting this started, you're going to want to just pull these tabs in the back. I'll just...
Welcome to Airthings.
And there you are. Now it's going to start to look for a device to sync to, and that will be done through the app. All right, now I have gone through the app and installed this. It was pretty straightforward. You probably saw the blue circle show up. Once you've created an account, you're just going to go in and pair the device. It's that straightforward. That's basically it. You're going to share your location, or you're not going to share your location, and then you're just going to say a location in the home that it is. Mine is the basement. After that, it is ready to go. You can hang it on the wall, and they do include mounting hardware, which is basically a screw and an anchor. So it's not that difficult. Now, once this has been installed, you're going to see this plate here. This is magnetic, and this is just going to attach to it. It comes off really easy. Sorry, the camera angles sometimes are terrible. I've got to get them out. But anyways, as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Those are some of the things that I would do for radon. Radon mitigation, detecting, and once it has been detected, you are going to want to maintain and monitor your levels, especially if it has become part of your living space. Treadmills, if you do a lot of running down there, any type of exercise, that is going to be ideal. Now, just one more quick note is the radon levels are constantly in the air. Some people, have asked me, is there any way to get it to zero? And there really isn't. Actually, the outside radon level, the radon guy told me, is about 1.4 to 1.7. So you are constantly breathing in radon. It's just the higher concentrations. It's the air-sealed homes. It's any home, to be honest, but air sealed obviously doesn't allow any of it to escape, and therefore mitigation would be the better option. So I'm Joel with Dissecting DIY. I hope this video has been helpful. You have a good day.